Good afternoon to all my fans, followers, friends. Today's topic, what we're going to be talking about is the HVAC industry, in particular, how cult like it is, in my personal experience. Just a friendly disclaimer, this is my personal experience with the HVAC. This is what I've noticed. And so this is why I'm making this video before anyone thinks that I have a victim mentality or they think that I'm just projecting things might not be of this nature. So yeah, let's get it. So I have my universal EPA and I'm certified. I went to school for HVAC, right? My whole purpose of going to school for HVAC was to make money, obviously, you know. So I signed up for the school. I remember they reached out to me and they was like, hey, you should come check it out. At the time, I was down on my wits end. I didn't really have nothing else. So I said, fuck it. You know, I knew my cousin used to do HVAC back in the day. HVAC back in the day. So I said to myself, why not? I'll try it out. My experience with the school, man, was cool. They didn't teach us nothing at all. It was just a whole bunch of shits and giggles. Literally, we probably learned probably 10% of the information, But it didn't matter to me because, as I said, my main focus was to make money. That was my main focus. I'm thinking, fresh when I come out the gate, and this I was green. I didn't know. Fresh when I come out the gate, I was gonna get an HVAC job that paid around $20 an hour. Nobody told me that you had to have experience and you would start off entry level and then you would have to build your way up. So mind you, I'm 27 years old at the time, old than a bitch, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, I need this bag. Fuck what y'all talking about, woo. And the school made it seem as though they was gonna put us in jobs. It was a guarantee. The school made everything seem guaranteed. But come to find out, they was just pushing people through the programs. I ain't gonna name drop nobody, name drop these people, man. But I'm gonna just keep it 1,000 with you. They was just pushing people through the programs. They didn't really care. They was just passing everybody. It just is what it is because the teacher was getting the most benefits from that. So the teacher was sitting there lying, and it was a black teacher. He was sitting there lying to us, making it seem as though it was gonna be all peaches and cream when we get out there in the field and getting the work experience. When in actuality, it was the complete opposite. So yeah, so I graduate and I get a job in the HVAC field. First thing I notice is people with my skin color, we're the minorities in that blue collar field. We're the minorities specifically because one, I'm gonna just talk about black people. One, black people don't really apply themselves, or we already don't stick together. We're already kind of separated. We're already kind of, every man to themselves. So basically what I experienced in the HVAC field is majority of these companies in Houston, Texas are owned by white men, right? They're owned by white men. So when I go, my first HVAC job was working for a white man's company. A lot of the HVAC jobs that I have, interviews that I went to, even after this, were white men. You understand what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with this? So the white men have colonized and fucking got in the HVAC field, and they just been basically fucking what's the word? They basically just took control of that shit, man. And they're racist. Yes, that is a fact. Now I wouldn't say all of them, obviously, but I'd say a good 60 to 75% of them are racist, and they treat you like slaves, especially when you're black, especially when you need work. And like I said, black people are the minorities in the HVAC field. It just is what it is. So I say all that to say that if you're thinking about doing HVAC as a black man, you should definitely keep this in mind. Any type of blue collar field, like I said, black men, we're the minorities because black people, we're not applying ourselves or going to schools to learn trades and this, that, and the third. Even when we do, like I said, we realize that we're minorities. Majority of them are Hispanic men, and the ones who own the companies 9 times 10 be white men. You see what I'm saying? And the white men fucking, they got that shit on lock. So yeah, my experience at the HVAC company, I worked for this guy. The company was HTS. I worked for this guy. You guys could look it up. And the dude's a complete douche, man. Like yeah, man. I don't even want to say what I really want to say, because if this video blows up and gets traction, I don't want to catch slack for it. But he knows what's up, and when I see him, we know what time it is. But yeah, the dude basically just making whistling noises, fucking, hey, get over here, boy. Hey, do this. Da 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 da. That's how he's talking to us. That's how he talked to me. I got fired, and there was no explanation for why I got fired. Mind you, I'm green. This is my first HVAC job. I had no experience, but I needed the job to gain experience. I couldn't. I tried to apply myself. I was trying to learn as much as I could. It was a commercial job, but I guess I didn't learn fast enough. I guess I wasn't good enough, so I got fired. I got fired in a very humiliating way. Just kind of just like get the fuck out of here. Had to pack up all my tools in a bucket. Had to fucking catch a bus home with all my tools in a bucket. It was very brutal, bro. Till this day, I still wanna hurt somebody because of that. But yeah. So I experienced that. Then I try again, get another months go by, I try to get another interview at another HVAC company. Same old, another white man. I think another company, same old, another white man. And to the point where I start to get uncomfortable working for these white men, because it's a intimidation. It's a weird ass. They're not cool. They're just not cool. They have this ego with them, as if they just gotta be the head hunter, they gotta be the boss, and then they have this power trip. They try to make you just be like, yeah, nigga, you gotta do whatever I say. You gotta do whatever I say, nigga, because I own this company. So fuck them cracker motherfuckers. And yeah, and another thing, you guys, is that what they don't tell you about HVAC is the sooner you start, the better. You should be getting as much experience as possible. Fuck school, fuck what they talking about. I'm gonna give you the real deal. None of these HVAC companies want to hire you. Most of these blue collar companies don't want to hire you. They're not hiring helpers. They're not hiring apprenticeships. When you go on Indeed, you go on all these job sites and you try to apply for the said job, they want people who already have experience, years and years of experience. These companies are not even building up workers. They're not even trying to bring any new faces in. So it just becomes very dystopian and very detrimental. I don't see how it's supposed to continue. Maybe because they want to keep it in their families. They want to keep it to people they know, and they just pass it on in that manner. But yeah, bro, it's like a cult. It's a cult, and most of the knowledge and most of the work, and it's gate kept by the whitey men. It's gate kept by the men who already have access to those things, man. So I say all that to say, man, in my experience, I wasted my time. I definitely wasted my time. I still got my certification, all my licenses. I probably got to renew them now, but I have not worked in the HVAC field since I got out of school. I have not had a consistent HVAC job since I got out of school. Not to mention, I'm gonna end this video brief because I really don't want to go over 10 minutes. But not to mention, fuck. Not to mention that, fuck, bro. I done lost my whole fucking point, bro. Fuck this shit, dog.